I recently restored my bandsaw with a load of 3D printed parts, all these knobs and new, because the plastic was perishing, the blade guard and all these knobs and so on are all the orange stuff is basically new. If you want to see a video on that, I'll leave a link above. And I found that when I'm using it, if I hold my hoover here, it stops almost all of the dust. So I want to see if I can make something, a dust attachment that I can just put the hoover in there like that, and then when I'm using it I'll just turn the hoover on and I'll stay dust free. So I've taken the bed off. My plan is to construct something so the hoover can sit here just next to the blade, so the blade will be here, the blade guides will be here, and then the hoover will slot into something there like that. So my first attempt wasn't that successful, but sometimes you have to just print stuff and then chop it about a bit to try and understand what the design needs to look like. So I've chopped this about a bit. This is my first attempt, and I often go through 3 or 4 attempts when I'm 3D designing something. And I'm sort of thinking this can go like that, and then this will fit under the plate or the bed. You can see it's different shapes either side to accommodate the different shape of the frame. It's open at the bottom to accommodate all of this, and it's open at the top to accommodate all of this. Now I want to make it in a way that I can slide it off so that I can still adjust these things. I don't want to make it difficult to do that. So that's my current plan, is to build it a bit like this and have it slide in when I'm using it, and then when I need to adjust it I just pull it out. This is the underside of the aluminium bed. I've designed this part which will be glued in here, and then another part will slide along these grooves and have a hole that I can put the hose in. That way I can take the hose in and out nice and easily, and I can take this part that holds the hose out when I need to adjust the blade guards. This is version 2. It's going to fit on there like that. It's going to have something here that it slides onto, which I'll show you in a minute. Looking at it a bit closer, I can see I don't actually need this big gap here, so I'll make a version 3 that doesn't have such a big gap here. I'm going to design it, but I'm not going to print it, because I don't think that's going to make a great deal of difference, because it's up against the bed anyway. And I can see down here, you won't be able to see it, but I can see down here there's a little gap I can fill as well. So I shall fill that gap on a version 3, and that'll be the version that I publish, and it'll be in the description of the video. So I'm going to glue this down with silicone sealant. I was going to use Araldite, but I think actually silicone sealant will work better, and it's removable then as well. This bit will slide in there like that. It butts up against this, you can't slide it too far. There's a little knob here where I tap to hold, and this will tighten it in place and just stop it from moving. If I need to adjust the blade guide, I can just literally loosen that, take it out, and I'll have access here to adjust the blade guide. And then once it's adjusted, just slide it back in, tighten it up, and I'm able to put the hose straight in there. I've printed the new parts. I'm pleased with how it's come out, and I shall glue it in place using silicone sealant. I'll take my first cut without the hoover on, and then we'll have a look inside and see how much dust is created. Then I'll clean it out, I'll put the hoover on, and then we'll have another look inside and see if it's any better. can see there's a little bit of dust on the top, not a lot, there's a little bit of dust on the top. Now I'll take the front off and I'll show you inside. This is what it looks like inside. Quite a bit of dust up here and down here and along here, and actually outside it here as well. It's quite a bit. There's small amounts of dust along there as well. Okay, I'll clean it out and then we'll try again with the hoover on. Notice there's also quite a lot of dust just underneath the bandsaw on the work surface as well, so I'll clean that up as well. Cleaned it all out. I'm now going to turn the hoover on and then I'll cut it again and we'll have another look. So you can see there's a tiny amount of dust still there. I'll now take the lid off, or the front off, and we'll have a look inside. And inside there's basically very little dust. A little bit there, but hardly any at all. On the work surface there is none, I don't think. Can't see any. So I'm really pleased with that. So that concludes this video of building a dust extraction system for my bandsaw. The parts will be on Thingiverse and there'll be a link in the description to them, and all these parts that are 3D printed and described in another one of my videos I'll also link in the description, and all those parts are on Thingiverse as well. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've got any comments, please comment, and if you loved it then please subscribe. Thanks for watching.